60 years after the attacks on Pearl Harbor, sailor Glenn Lane's ashes were laid to rest at the USS Arizona today. He was a sailor on the ship who survived that fateful day in 1941. KITV4's Cam Tran reports from Pearl Harbor.
It was my dad's final wish, was to make sure that he could be interred with his shipmates. So we had to make it happen.
That's why Trish Lane Anderson and 20 of her family members took a short boat ride across Pearl Harbor to the USS Arizona Memorial to lay their loved one, sailor Glenn Lane, to rest.
He always felt like his brothers were all down in the ship. You know, there were so many guys that he served on the Arizona with that didn't make it.
Lane worked as a radio man on the USS Arizona when it was attacked on December 7, 1941. Lane survived not one, but 2 attacks on that infamous day.
He swam to the USS Nevada, and then it got attacked, too. So he's the only guy in history that we know of that had 2 battleships attacked right underneath him that day.
The sailor passed away of natural causes last year, but today he returned to Pearl Harbor. His ashes in a silver box were handed to Navy divers who took the sailor down to his final resting place. Lane is just one of 36 survivors to be interred in the USS Arizona.
There's not a fraternity like this in the world. This is the only place in the United States that this actually happens, where we inter into the ship that was lost on December 7th.
After a rifle salute and the playing of taps, Lane's family paid their final tribute to the career sailor and left Pearl Harbor knowing their loved one's final wish was fulfilled.
Finally, he's going to be there with his buddies. That's all I could think of. He finally gets to rest.
There was also a flyover in Lane's honor today. Lane was ironically buried near the place where he was standing when the ship was attacked. Now, according to the Park Service, there are only 13 survivors from the USS Arizona who are still alive today. One of those survivors has already expressed interest that he, too, wants to be interred. In the newsroom, Cam Tran, KITV4 News.